Hey there, everybody. Welcome on into the Tuesday edition here of the Payoff Pitch. I'm, of course, Jason Mattis, and we're powered by BetUS, a fantastic sportsbook. Down in this video description, you can find a link to that sportsbooks where you can find out that they use cryptocurrency. And they also have the best sign-up bonuses of any sportsbooks out there. So if you just want to take their free money, greatly encourage you guys to go ahead and check that out. Great lines to go along with some great bonuses and promos that they have. Looks like we got Nick, we got Brian. You guys are ready to go this morning. That is what I like to see. As you guys can see, I'm flying solo this morning. We don't have the squirrel. Where is the squirrel? You know what? More than likely, Squirrel does adult hockey league, adult rec hockey league. Probably in the parking lot after the game celebrating his hat trick with too many beers with the fellas. That's the best part of adult rec league, whatever you play, whatever sport. It's not actually getting out there and playing the sport. It's hanging with the fellas afterwards in the parking lot, drinking some beers, having some fun. All right, let's get on into this episode. Again, I'm going to go ahead and ride with you guys solo. Let's start off with quick hits here in the first inning, kind of let you guys know what's on the top of my mind. Welcome, Hunter. Good morning, man. Let's have us a big day. How about a profitable day yesterday? Helped you guys put over a unit in your pocket. 1.11 units is what I helped you guys put in your pocket. My leans were also on fire. How about the Kikuchi over 15.5 ounce? How about Cooper over 5.5 Ks? And how about that Astros team total under 4.5 runs? So did good with our bets, did good with our leans. If you guys are following me on Twitter, you guys saw that those leans I like so much. I went ahead and dropped them in a parlay. Yeah, baby. We were feeling it yesterday. Let's see if we can't feel it again today. Let's go ahead and move right along. Go into this second inning. We call it around the bases. We'll talk about a couple games. Give you guys a couple bets as well in those couple games as all. Oh, I wanted to say something. Real quick, it's going to be here in the second inning. I want to do a free giveaway. I've done free giveaways on all my other shows that I do between the posts where I talk about the Premier League. I have a daily show every Monday through Friday. I like to do free giveaways. If you can drop in the comment, first person, who's got the number one batting average in the last 10 days versus right-handed pitching? It's a combination of A, have you been paying attention, but B, it's a little bit of a surprise. So maybe if nobody gets it, it'll be okay. But the first person who can chime in, $50 via PayPal. $50 via PayPal. Who's got the number one batting average in the last 10 versus right-handed pitching? It'll be the second game I'll get to here and around the bases. But the first game I want to talk about is the Reds versus the Guardians. Going right to this Reds F5 team total, over 1.5 runs at minus 105. Told you guys we were going to kind of look for more 1.5s as opposed to 2.5s. I think this is a great 1.5 spot. The Reds are averaging 1.94 runs over the course of the first 5 innings. The Reds offense is surging up. We've talked about how they obviously struggled. I mean, nobody was losing more to the red line than those Reds. But they've turned it up. Now they're 13th best batting average versus right-handed pitching, but number one in runs. And obviously, that's what we care about most is are you scoring runs? And nobody's doing it better than the Reds right now over the course of the last 10 days. And they're running into Zach Plesac here of the Guardians. Boy, really running into a tough stretch. His last 3 opponents have all cashed over 1.5 runs in the course of the first 5 innings. And again, his tough stretch in his most recent few outings, 15 innings pitched, 17 hits, 14 earned runs, 8 walks, 3 home runs. Really, really tough stretch. The reason I don't want to do the full game over is if the Reds can't hit Plesac, the Guardians have a top 3 bullpen, and they're number 1 in several categories. So if they can't hit Plesac, they're probably not going to hit this Guardians bullpen. So I'm making this bet because of Plesac and his struggles and with the Reds offense surging up. So go ahead and give me that Reds F5 team total over 1.5 runs at minus 105. Let's see if we got an answer as I'm moving to the second question here. Any leans on Digger Tuesday? I can get you that here in a second. Nicholas and Tim, no Hockey Squirrel. Nope. I don't know where he's at, man. I don't know where the squirrel's at today. So, all right. Who's got the number one batting average versus right-handed pitcher in the course of the last 10 days? Nobody could get it. Nobody wants my $50. Nobody wants to throw in a guess. You're sitting there throwing a guess. Come on. Maybe you can get lucky. Come on. Come on, Hunter. Come on, Nick, Brian, Tim, Nicholas. Throw in one guess. Somebody throw in a guess. See if you can. Your guess is worth $50. Can anybody do it? Anybody do it? All right. I'm going to move along. Can you have people throwing in a guess to win $50? Jeez. All right, guys. It's those Marlins, by the way. Nobody's hitting the ball better than the Marlins versus right-handed pitching. In fact, they're the only team hitting 300 or better. They're hitting 300, but it's 300, so nobody's doing it. It's surprising this morning. All right, what are we going to do? Nationals versus Marlins. How about an F5 over? Let's go over 4.5 runs in that first 5 innings, and you can go ahead and get that at minus 110. The teams are averaging 2.17 and 2.38 runs over the course of the first 5 innings. really ticked up here in the last 3. And I think that comes with how the Marlins are now surging versus right-handed pitching. And again, they're number 1. These teams are averaging 3.67 and 3.33 runs over the course of the first 5 innings in their last 3 games. Again, the Marlins are number 1 in batting average versus right-handed pitching. The Nationals have certainly dropped back. They're obviously not number 1 anymore. They're obviously not even top 5. They're just hanging out in that top 10 are those Nationals. But what we really like about this play is fading Adon. We faded this guy so much. I was actually pretty comical his last start. I don't know if you guys caught this. But in fading him, as we have all season, we faded him in his last start against the Meds. He walked the first 3 batters. This guy's control is just terrible. He walked like the first 3 batters. The Mets got a run. Then he came out in the second inning, walked a batter or 2. Just quite remarkable right here. So love fading Adon. Don't even really need to talk about him. We've just talked about him so much. So let's talk about the Marlins starter here. I believe it's Poteet. Is how you pronounce it. I haven't caught a Marlins game, but he's been decent. I mean, his ceiling's only about 50 pitches, and then he's going to come out of this game. So that's the reason why he's been effective. But he hasn't gone up on offense like the Nationals that are hanging top 10, that are doing good versus right-handed pitching. So I like it. With how the Marlins offense is surging, how both of these teams are up over 3 runs each in the first 5 innings, I think we'll get a nice, easy cash here at minus 110. So go ahead and bet that one accordingly. You can find it over at BetUS. It's Nationals versus Marlins. F5 over 4.5 runs at minus 110. We're firing out names. We got Jock Peterson and Keller. I'm not sure what those names are, but Keller cracks me up because I love fading a Keller, although he's not on the menu today. What is on the menu is me shutting up and giving you guys some pitching props. So let's go ahead and do that. Much like my pitching props yesterday, they weren't official bets until they were when I used some arbitrage money. Maybe look for me a little bit on Twitter. I love these pitching props. The first one I like here is of the Detroit Tigers. What is it? Bo Brisque is this guy's name? Over 15.5 outs at plus money. Gotta love this at plus money. Cash in his last start versus those Athletics. Look, the Athletics have the 30th batting average. You know who's 29? It's these Rays, and they're batting 187. He should cruise through this Rays lineup. Should this guy? So I like this right here. If you don't like that, you can also turn to under 5.5 hits allowed, because admittedly, the over in terms of this outs at 15.5 is only cashed in 1 of his starts, but under 5.5 hits has cashed in all of his starts. So maybe you drink a little juice at minus 160 over BetUS and take under 5.5 hits. I think just get on this guy with how this Rays offense has been struggling. He's shown some good stuff here earlier on in the season. I like getting behind him. And again, that one's cashing all of his starts. So maybe you pivot to that. As another pitching prop I like today is, what about Logan Gilbert there of the Seattle Mariners, over 4.5 Ks at minus 140, cashed in his last 4, cashed in 5 of the 7 overall. The Blue Jays are averaging a K currently right now every 3.6 at-bats. So you're basically talking, can he get 1 per inning? Because Gilbert's been going 5+ in all of his outings. The dude's going deep into games, giving you quality starts. I like that right there. So we're just talking 1 per inning. I think he can easily get it with how these Jays are striking out and what this guy's been doing overall. I mean, again, it's cashing 5 of his 7. So give me Logan Gilbert over 4.5 Ks at minus 140. And then I want to toss another one at you guys here. You may see it a little bit later on on my Twitter. James Tyon here of the New York Yankees saying under 4.5 Ks. This guy's had a weird start to his season. Already faced the Blue Jays like 3 times. He faced the Orioles twice and the Guardians once. What a weird start, how he's just getting the same opponent again and again. But it's cashing all but 1 of his starts under 4.5 Ks. I mentioned he went against these Orioles twice. It cashed in both of those starts against the Orioles. Now this is the 3rd time they've seen him. Can't see him going over 4.5 Ks. So love this one at minus 115. Again, this stuff just missed the making my official bets, but these will be working my way into bets via arbitrage money like yesterday. So give me James Tyon under 4.5 Ks at minus 115. I'll see what we're doing here. We've got Bryce Harper. We had picks. We were looking for a team that had the best batting average versus right-handed pitching. We weren't looking for any individual players, but nobody got it right today. I'll do another giveaway tomorrow. I'll do another giveaway tomorrow. I think that'll be fun. I'll hook you guys up. I love you guys hanging out with me every single day, talking baseball and helping you guys put money in your pocket. Let's go to long shots now. We got to find you guys a nice plus money winner on today's board. I like the Reds against the Guardians at plus 140. Guardians have a good bullpen, but I'm hoping that the Reds can do the damage earlier on in the game. They can chase Plesac, and then they don't have to worry about that outstanding Guardians bullpen. So like the Reds today at plus 140. Also like the Tigers at plus 235. Like what are the Tigers doing at plus 235? Let me pull this up. Both teams are struggling. Again, the Rays are 29th at batting average versus right-handed pitching. The Tigers are 27th, and just go across. The Tigers do everything a tick better. Granted, both of them are struggling, but the Tigers are a tick better in terms of offensive-wise. I don't understand why the Tigers are at plus 235. Okay, McClanahan's good. This was almost my NRFI of the day. We've backed McClanahan in NRFIs. Guy's good. Bo Briske's got some terrible first-inning numbers. That's why I couldn't quite pull the trigger. He's got some really god-awful, atrocious first-inning numbers. But, you know, as good as McClanahan can be, I think Bo here for the Tigers can match him. Give me a slightly better offense. Shouldn't be at plus 235. No way should that be at plus 235. All right, keep swinging now. Let's give you guys some hitting props. These are a couple guys, again, with the juice. I always like try and give you guys 2 guys a day to where you can parlay over 0.5 hits and give your guys a nice plus money cash. How about doing Alex Bregman there of the Houston Astros? He's 8 for 14 against Eovaldi in his career, 3 doubles and a home run. And parlay him with Ketel Marte. There are the Diamondbacks in Game 2. I would target Game 2. They've got a doubleheader with the Dodgers. In Game 2, he's 9 for 20 versus Tyler Anderson in his career. Got 4 doubles and 2 home runs. So those are 2 guys that have really good success against today's starters. I think can do some damage, and I would parlay over 0.5 hits for both of those guys at good plus money. All right, 6th inning, we got to go ahead and give you guys a steal. What's on the board that I think is just an absolute steal? How about that White Sox run line in Game 1? White Sox run line in Game 1. Got Dylan Cease on the mound. He's going to be in that Cy Young conversation. He's doing good at minus 104. I couldn't stay away from this one. It's Cease versus Sean Hesley here are the Royals. Are you kidding me? Now you're going to add in this offense of the White Sox that continues to trend up. They're now sitting top 10. Royals are sitting down near bottom 5, bottom 10. It's bottom 10 in all the stats. It's bottom 5 in a couple stats. You know what? The Royals are so bad at hitting the ball right now. They fired their hitting coach yesterday. On an off day, they fired their hitting coach. And now you're going to go up against Cease, who's going to be in the Cy Young conversation. I think majority of the season, yeah, Royals may have the better bullpen, but I don't think the Royals will be able to roll out those good arms because Cease is going to give them a much better outing than what this guy Hesley can do with the Royals. And then the White Sox will be into their good arms as opposed to the Royals being in their good arms. So I like the White Sox run line in Game 1 with Dylan Cease on the mound all day long. All right, 7th inning, we call it coming to a stretch. Let me go ahead and give you guys my best bet. My best bet can be found over at BetUS. It's over 8. It's Mariners Blue Jays over 8 runs at minus 114. Gave you guys the same bet yesterday, so we don't need to dwell on it a whole lot. We got a push yesterday. There were 8 runs. So is today, so we know the bullpens are obviously the same. Well, again, we won't talk about it. We talked about it yesterday. We won't talk about the offenses because we talked about them yesterday. What's the difference? The starters. Are today's starters worth 1 more run than yesterday so we don't get a push and instead of today we can get a cash? I believe they are. Talked about Logan Gilbert. Think he'll get over 4.5 strikeouts, but he's in a little bit of a tough stretch. In his last few outings, he's had 10 innings pitched, 7 runs, 10 hits. Those aren't the numbers he had in the beginning of the season, so we're starting to see a little bit of regression, possibly from Logan Gilbert. And then Berrios is on the mound here for the Blue Jays. He's gone in his most recent stretch, 9 innings pitched, 11 runs, 13 hits, and 2 home runs. So you're not going to get what Kikuchi did yesterday when Kikuchi went 6 innings of 0-run ball. Chris Flexen was about what we thought, 5.1 innings, 3 runs. But I don't think you're going to get those kind of numbers out of today's starters. I think each starter today will give up 2, maybe 1 will touch 3 runs. So now you're talking 4 or 5. And we saw yesterday, I told you guys, we were sweating coming into the late innings of that game. And then all of a sudden the runs started coming because these bullpens are riding bottom 10, both of them. Both of them are riding bottom 10. And we got enough runs, unfortunately, to push. We didn't get a cash, but we got a push. I think today's starters are worth 1 more run, so that's my best bet. I loved it yesterday. Mariners Blue Jays over 8 at minus 114. Double play is what we do in the 8th inning. We'll go ahead and give you guys a parlay. Let's see. I like Cubs and Yankees. I'm just going to keep it pretty simple today, quite frankly. Spencer Watkins is on the mound there for the Orioles. He's not been all that good. Taillon, 3rd time versus the Orioles. I think he can get it done. I think he can get it done better than Watkins. I think Taillon will be hit. I think this is a nice spot for an over, actually. We were on this game yesterday under 8.5 runs. Got a good cash as it ended with 8 runs. 3 meaningless home runs there in the 9th inning. So if you took 8 or took 7.5, I think that was a pretty tough beat. But All right, I think this could be a nice game for an over. Taillons should be hit by these Orioles. Spencer Watkins should be hit for the Yankees. But if we're just talking, I need a parlay. I need some winners. I do think the Yankees come through with the win. And then the Cubs against the Pirates, they do it all better in the last 10 days. They're all better. Brubaker's already gone up against these Cubs earlier this season. Keegan's been doing decent so far this season. Keegan Thompson, that is, of the Cubs. So I think Yankees-Cubs at plus 144 is a nice look for a nice little two-teamer money line parlay today. All right, let me go ahead and give you guys my official bets, and then we'll run through all these games here on BetUS from a run line, money line, and over-under perspective. So what do I got today here in the closer in the last inning? Basically every bet I already talked about except for those pitching outs, and those will be real bets. I'm going to spend some free money, some arbitrage money. If you're following me on Twitter, you know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about arbitrage money. We're talking Reds F5 team total, though, over 1.5 runs at minus 105. Talking White Sox run line in game one at minus 104. Talking Angels money line at minus 108. Didn't talk about that earlier on the show, but everybody knows why I liked it yesterday. We did not get a cash. I like it even better today with Taylor Hearn on the mound for the Rangers. He's god-awful atrocious. And give me a guy coming off a no-hitter. He's not going to be as good, obviously, but I still think he'll be doing pretty good. He's trending up. So like the Angels on a nice bounce-back spot at minus 108. Nationals and Marlins, talked about that one. F5 over 4.5 runs at minus 110. Mariners and Blue Jays, they're my best bet of the day. Think we'll get one extra run that we need at minus 114 to cash over 8. Didn't talk about these two games, so let me talk about these two real quick. Astros and Red Sox under 9. I told you guys yesterday I was on the under, but instead of being on the full game under, I just went right for that as the Astros and plucked them out and dropped them in a parlay. What did I parlay them with? I parlayed them with the under in Rays Tigers. Yeah, because none of those offenses can hit. None of those offenses can hit right now. Anyways, about this Astros Red Sox, love it. Both these bullpens sitting top 10. Astros are actually sitting top 3. They've got a really, or no, sorry, that's the Red Sox. Red Sox bullpen sitting top 3. They're sitting really good. You're getting better starters, and I think yesterday, because you had Odorizzi, that's what scared me off of giving you guys this bet yesterday, was Odorizzi was on the mound. That's why we just said, okay, well, I suspect the Astros will struggle. Okay, well, today I expect both these teams to struggle. You got two really good starters on the mound there, and Urquidy and Eovaldi there for the Red Sox. And then, again, you're getting two top 10 bullpens. You're getting another bullpen there that's top 3 in the Red Sox. All right, I like that under 9 runs at minus 112. And then we'll also run back yesterday's loser. I know it was a loser, but it's still the same spot I like. And we don't have as good starters yesterday. You got Peralta and Ian Anderson. Okay, Peralta, well, heck, and quite frankly, both of them did the job yesterday. Not getting those same caliber starters today. You're getting Hauser on the mound there for the Brewers. He should absolutely struggle. And then for, what was it, for the Braves, you're getting, was it Tucker Anderson or Tucker Davidson or whatever it is? Anyways, just not looking for the same starter success that they had yesterday. And if we don't get that, then I think we cruise, because why did we like the bet yesterday? 2 top offenses, 2 bottom 10 bullpens. So I like over 8 there in Braves and Brewers. All right, that's how we'll do it, guys. Those are my official bets. If you haven't watched my daily show this morning on YouTube, I'm also on Liverpool team total. Give you guys that other bet. Liverpool team total. Let me pull up the live lines right now and run through these. Hope you guys cash your bets today. Again, I'm picking up steam in baseball. Starting to pick up steam in baseball, starting to be profitable more days than not. Love that right there. Let me run through these guys. This is live lines on BetUS right now. We're going to talk about them from a run line, money line, and over-under perspective. White Sox and Royals will kick off the day at 1:10 Central Time. I'm on the White Sox run line. It's now minus 120. Wow, that one's gone up. If I had to pick an over or under, I don't know, 8.5. Royals offense is terrible. I would take that under. If you want to take an under, maybe take under 8.5, or maybe like yesterday when I only plucked out the Astros, maybe you just do the same thing with the Royals and take their under. Because if Cease is dealing and now you're in those good arms, Royals won't get many runs scored today. Diamondbacks and Dodgers are up first. We've got the Diamondbacks at plus 160. We got the Dodgers at minus 190. We've got an over-under of 8.5. I'm going to take the over of 8.5, and I want to pull up my notes. I had this series earmarked. This will maybe probably surprise some people. If you want to talk about these two bullpens, who's better lately? Opponents batting average, Dodgers. WHIP, Dodgers. FIP, Diamondbacks. ERA, Dodgers. K per 9, walk per 9, and home run per 9 are all better by the Diamondbacks. I think this is a nice spot for an over. Two bullpens that are kind of falling back a little bit in the course of the last 10 days. I like over 8.5 runs right there. And Diamondbacks versus Dodgers. Next, we got the Cardinals and Mets. I think we don't have any information here on BetUS, but this should be the game one, or this should be the starters from yesterday running here at game one. If that's true, I like Squirrel's pick yesterday of taking those Cardinals at plus 105. Reds and Guardians are up next. You got the Reds at plus 140, Guardians at minus 160. I told you guys I think this is a nice spot for the Reds to be a nice underdog winner. Over 8, oh yeah, take over 8 with these two starters on the mound. I think you'll get a nice cash going over 8 runs. Tigers and Rays are up next with an over-under of 6.5. There's a reason I cashed that under yesterday with that Astros team total. These offenses are god-awful. 6.5. While Squirrel says that over may be hitting 70% of the time, I would still take under 6.5, and I like the Tigers at plus 235 as well. Nationals and Marlins are up next with an over-under of 8.5. Nationals at plus 150. Marlins at minus 170. Obviously, we've got a bet in this game. If I had to take it, I would just extrapolate that, obviously, to a full game over. It seems pretty easy to do, right? If you like the half over, you're naturally going to like the full game over. So no brainer right there. Padres and Phillies over under of 9. Padres minus 105. Phillies minus 115. I would take the Phillies. What are the starters on the mound? BetUS doesn't say who the starters are. Who do we have on the mound here? We've got, who do we got? We got Mike, Clevenger. I don't like the Phillies anymore. I would take the under. But I don't have a Philly starter, so that's kind of hard to pick. Not knowing the Philly starter, I would take under 9. Yankees and Orioles are up next. Give me that over 8.5. I like that. We were on that under yesterday, but I think you're going to see a flip today. You're going to get over 8.5 runs. I think the Orioles at plus 190 maybe could be a sprinkle just because they have now seen Tyon 3 times by the time first pitch comes around. So maybe the Orioles money line is not a bad look. Mariners and Blue Jays over under of 8. We're obviously taking the over. Mariners are plus 125. Blue Jays at minus 145. I think the Mariners are a nice little look today for an underdog play at plus 125. Astros and Red Sox. What I gave out over? I gave out under 9. Yep, BetUS is showing me 8.5 right now. So we're on the right side of that, just like we were yesterday with a lot of our bets. Astros at even money. Red Sox at minus 120. Give me the Red Sox. Better bullpen. I think Eovaldi's a really quality starter in the Major League Baseball. He's going to give you a quality start more times than not. That means he's going to go 6 innings or 3 runs or less. I like the Red Sox at minus 120 again today. Game 2 here between Cardinals-Mets. We don't have a Cardinal starter. We see the Mets are throwing out Walker today. Over under of 8. Cardinals at plus 110. Mets minus 130. Cardinals aren't getting swept today, folks. And both of these games are at plus money. If you just want to scrape across a little bit of profit, I don't see the Cardinals getting beat because we know the Cardinals have the better offense. Mets have the better bullpen. Okay, go ahead and give me the Cardinals at plus 110. And if I did one of those, I would probably do them both to kind of get yourself a little bit of profit. Pirates and Cubs are up next. I like the Cubs again. I've dumped them in my double play parlay with the Yankees. I think that's going to be a great parlay for you guys out there. We got an over-under of 7.5. I would also... Wow, these offenses aren't doing all that great. I just take the Cubs at minus 140. Don't complicate it right there. Cubs at minus 140. Braves and Brewers over 8. Obviously, I'm on that play right there. We got the Braves at minus 105 with Tucker Davidson. Brewers with Adrian Hauser at minus 115. That was tough. That was kind of a coin flip. Probably take... Did they use Hader and Williams yesterday? I know they won 1-0. Did they end up throwing... Let me look and see if they threw Hader or Williams. Let's see. Yep, Hader got the save. Did Williams play? Let's see. Yeah, so I went Peralta, Williams, Hader. I would back off the Brewers money line. I love the over, obviously. Now I love that over even more. I would probably throw more money on that because now you don't have to deal with Williams or Hader. Or if you do, at least now the Braves got to look at them. I would go Braves just because maybe you don't have to deal with Williams and Hader. Yeah, give me the Braves. I think the Braves today. Angels and Rangers. I like the Angels, obviously. You got an over-under of 8.5. I would just get on back in the Angels. This Taylor Hearn guy's been atrocious here for the Rangers. Get on back in the Angels today. Love them in a nice bounce-back spot. Giants and Rockies. We got the Giants money line yesterday. Giants money line. Giants are minus 155. Rockies are at plus 135. Over-under of 11. I'm going 11 in Coors Field. I'm taking the under. How about that pick for you guys? Going the under. Chad Kuhl's been pretty good so far this season. I know Alex Cobb can be decent. He's been good. I'll go under at a Coors Field. How ballsy is that? Taking an under at a Coors Field. Twins and Athletics are up next. We cashed this under last night. That was a good one there for us. Twins are at minus 135. Athletics are at plus 115. Over-under of 7.5. I would take under 7.5 again. What did we cash yesterday? We cashed under 8. totals lower today? Yeah, there's a reason. These offenses are struggling, and mainly that Athletics offense is actually struggling. Twins, though, are now bottom half of the league. They've fallen back over the course of the last 10 days. Yeah, give me that under again. Diamondbacks and Dodgers, game number 2, Merrill Kelly versus Tyler Anderson. I'll take Merrill Kelly. He's having a decent season. Plus 165. I could jump on those Diamondbacks in game number 2. So that's how we'll do it right there. Those were the live numbers right there on BetUS. Let's see these comments right here. You fired Hockey Squirrel. No, I didn't fire the Hockey Squirrel. And we got some people guessing names. Yeah, unfortunately, I was looking for a team. Maybe I messed that free giveaway up. I'll run that back tomorrow. Liking the Cubs-Yankees parlay. All right, let's go, Hunter. Let's cash that thing. Let's go, Brian. We're going to keep it rolling, baby. We've been doing good in baseball. We're picking up steam. Is the squirrel gone? No, squirrel's not gone. Just too many beers. We'll find out what he did Monday night, but I think maybe he got a hat trick and had a little too many beers. And Manny Machado, again, we weren't quite looking for a player. That was my fault. We'll try and do another free giveaway tomorrow. All right, guys, it's Tuesday, baby. Let's help you guys put some more money in your pocket, just like we did yesterday, winning up over a unit. Again, we're on a nice stretch here on baseball. Let's keep it rolling today. I wish you guys good luck on your bets. Let's cash and come back tomorrow on the payoff pitch. It's Wednesday. You don't want to miss Wednesday, baby. Let's do it.